Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and today I'm crafting with these fabulous new 6x6 adhesive washi sheets from High Supply. So there's a brand new set of 3 different designs that will launch in July. So I've been doing some sneak peeks and I did a full kind of like a haul video and I showed in detail all 3 designs as well as the previous designs that released last October. And I feel so fortunate because Victor at High Supply last year, when the first set of washi sheets came to market, we actually debuted them. I should say Victor allowed me to debut them on my World Card Making Day 12-hour live stream. And in fact, Victor actually hung out with me in the chat for a good portion of the day too. So it was really nice of him to support me in that way and to let me actually give my viewers and audience the first opportunity to shop the washi sheets that released last October, and he's allowed me to do the same again with these. So you, as you're watching this, you are the first to have the ability to shop these fabulous new adhesive washi sheets, and I'll leave links to everything in the description box below if you want to check that out. They officially will launch in July, so just a few days from now, but I've been doing sneak peeks and first look videos, and I even live streamed and crafted with them. So I hope that you've had a chance to get a good look at them. Today I am crafting with the Ladybug set, and these have a lot of the very common features or characteristics of washi as you might expect. So they have that really lovely kind of very smooth, silky almost texture to them. You can tear through them really easily. They're very thin. And they have a translucency to them, which is what I'm playing with here. So I'm using these in maybe one of the easiest ways, which is just to adhere them to some solid color cardstock. But what I've done is I've chosen some different colored cardstock to adhere them onto, because that translucency characteristic of the washi really allows you to play with the look and feel of these really wonderful designs. So I was looking to select, a small handful of designs, but I want them to have like a broad range of color. So one of them I wanted to be a nice deep dark red. So I adhered that onto a red color cardstock, and I've actually die cut it with one of my Easy Wonder dies. And for another sheet, I wanted something more in the mid-tone, so I adhered that design onto some pink colored cardstock, and then the last 2 I adhered onto white cardstock. So you can play around with the different looks of attaching these adhesive sheets to different colors behind them, just to see what you could get. And I really think that these washi are so versatile in a lot of ways, because you can craft with them as I'm doing here, and I'll have another video soon where I actually foiled onto the washi, which it turned out spectacular. It was really cool. So because it's such a super smooth texture, that gives it just a really lovely surface to glimmer or hot foil onto. So I really love how that turned out. And washi just in general is really fascinating how the process for making it, because they take the pulp from a very specific tree, and it's a very laborious kind of handcrafted product. And I remember Victor sent me a video on I think a gentleman traveled to Japan and went to this particular farm where they farm trees from which they kind of take the pulp to make the washi. And there are so many steps to doing it. I mean, you have to harvest the branches, pound them out. I think you have to like boil them for an amount of time, and then you've got to really smash them up and beat the pulp until you can actually get it pressed out into these sheets. It's really, really fascinating. So here I have the dies from the Easy Wonder add-on number 2 that I mentioned doing this. I don't think I've showed it in a video until till now. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to just do a partial die cut. I'm gonna run this through my machine so that I am only cutting through the swoopy stitched heart and about half of the line. Now, if I had to do this over again, what I would do is actually use a different machine, maybe my manual machine, because there's a little bit too much pressure when I pass that first die through. And you know how if you have too much pressure, sometimes what will happen is the outline of the metal, like the outline of the metal die, will deboss into your paper. That's sort of what happened here. I don't hate it, but it's not ideal. It's not the look I was going for. So if you're finding that happens with your debossing, then try to, if you can, lessen the pressure. So I ran that initially through my Gemini, which is like maximum pressure out of all of the machines that I have. So I think next time I do this, I am going to use either my manual machine or I'm going to use possibly my mini Empress. So, but it's possible to get that debossing without the outside, perimeter of the metal actually pushing into your cardstock. You just have to kind of find the right pressure. So, next what I will do is I am going to, use Rosie the Riveter. This is a stamp set by CC Designs. I did color it off camera, and so that's that's why you saw it change in a flash to a fully colored in. And what I did was I actually used the coordinating die, oval die from the add-on set. And with that oval, you have a couple of different options. You can place the oval behind this frame, behind the aperture, or you can place it in front and cover up that aperture that's cut in the center. Now, I decided I am going to use it as a frame, and in fact, I am going to lift the frame up with some foam, and that way you get a little bit of dimension, and it actually looks like, Rosie the Riveter is framed in this piece here, and she's kind of set a little bit behind it, and it just helps to kind of create some shadow, create some depth, and it just gives it a different look. And it almost makes this look like kind of like a plaque almost. And so I love that. And I had a lot of fun coloring her up. I've colored her up a couple times now, and it's always a lot of fun. And so that is my finished card. I wanted to keep it nice and simple. And so I've just got her framed up here. I've got the really simple sentiment, love you, with the stitched swoopy detail, which, by the way, I chose that because one of the pattern papers actually has a stitch swoopy heart in it. I just happened to work out that way. And look how perfect that is. And what's really crazy is that this stitching detail is one that I hand drew, but it matches the pattern papers so well. I just knew when I saw it that I had to use that particular pattern on this card. I hope you enjoyed my video today. I'll leave links to everything in the description box below. I hope you'll pop on over to High Supply and check out these new 6x6 adhesive washi sheets. Thanks again, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye!